the normalization and acceptance of forced behavior, right? You and I were talking earlier about, work from home and things like that. But a lot of people switched to working remotely since 2020. So I came across a quote that I do have to read because I want to get it right. I found it on Breitbart. It's this, the CEO of Blackstone. His name is Larry Fink, which is amazing. But he said, behaviors have to change. You have to force behaviors. In BlackRock, we are forcing behaviors.
During the medical psyop, these women would be going on and on about oh yeah, I just don't know. That my work might want me to come back in. And I just I love working from home. And these were women that were commuting and going into the office for their very, very important work, their life. Please, no one's doing anything important at these offices. Sorry, they're not. But anyway, so they would be talking to me, and I would my answer to all of them. These were women exclusively, no men, but women were just so upset that oh, it looks like my office is going to make me come in. And I would say to these women, the kids are in school, and the kids are being tortured at school. We have to get back to normal. This has to stop, and you going back to work is going to get us in that direction. It's not about you. It's not about you and your commute. And how can you even be considering this, mommy? Mm-hmm. But it was a very deeply, it was one of those moments in my life, which unfortunately, since the medical psyop, I can't unsee, that was really revealing about human nature. Mm-hmm. Why am I seeing the connection between you going back to work and being normal and your kids not being? They would have, if their work life could be easier, their kids would still be doing that. They didn't care. That's what it showed me, and that's messed up.
I'm not known for my patience, okay? So going way back, sitting in traffic, I would be flipping out, calling everybody lemmings and being like, how can you do this? Isn't this a quality of life issue? My brother-in-law, who also works from home, he would spend 3 hours commuting, and he didn't commute that far. So it took such a huge chunk out of his life that he is like, I'm so happy I'm working from home because now I can wake up later, take a longer shower. I can be, have dinner at the kitchen table at a reasonable hour with my family.
But on top of it, you're suggesting that I get my laptop and now I work for 3 hours a day glued to my laptop in my sanctuary, my home. What do I think of it? It's a Faustian deal. And now a lot of people are realizing, oh, crap, my workplace is now my home place and I don't have the division. That kind of reminds me of that show Severance. I think Severance is a real big tell because those people never get a break. They're always working.
Keep in mind, a lot of these companies can monitor you on your work computer. So if the company is providing your computer for you, they're monitoring. The same thing with the phone. What is this doing to the next generation? We can see what it's doing to us,
Right. Well, our kids' generation is already used to constant surveillance. Being obedient, following orders, doing what the sign tells you to do. Let's just guillotine or mark. Let's just do it. Can we just
skip? This is the thing. It's moving so fast, but at the same time, it's like an agenda that moves so slow. You want to get out and push. You're like, all right, let's just get on with it.
Give me the option. Take the mark, Faye, or get your head chopped off. It's fine. One of the biggest comments I've made, this is one of the reasons why I don't want to open my eyes in the morning. It's because I'm watching the betrayal of the world's children. You have to get uncomfortable. I got uncomfortable during March 2020 because I could see what they were doing, and now it can't be undone.
I do think there's still hope. I do. I mean, Otherwise, that's too depressing. That's too
I know.
depressing. I
know.
Raised up these kids. They don't need to be hearing us be like, just I wish I were dead now. It's like they still have their whole lives to look forward to.
I feel guilty for bringing them here. Sometimes I go to bed, guys, and the other night I was going to sleep and I was saying my prayers, and I got a sick feeling in my stomach that my daughter, like I was going to bed and my daughter was up with one of these things. Because I don't even understand this stuff. You know, it's like, what is she looking at, God? It's in your hands. But no, it's really in her hands, Faye, isn't it?
Mm.
Eva, we allowed her to get one. How old was she? She was 17. It was during the fake pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone got sent home. And I kind of, when I look back, I think I shared this with you before, but I caved a little bit and I was feeling like really bad, and which isn't typical of me because typically I'm just like, get over it, whatever. But it was a hard time because even though we were out every day, we were trying to do anything and everything under the sun because how ridiculous everything was. These kids had no contact with each other.
Mm.
So to be at school every day and then to be at home, it just was really depressing. So
all by design.
I let her get one. Dave and I let her get one. And I see a difference now between her and James. There's a difference because he waited so long, and it's just, you see what I'm saying? Like the younger they are, I think when they get these devices, the worse it's going to be.
Hold on, Lean. Not my sister, my daughter also wants to chime in on this because she does not food fasts, media fasts.
Oh, it's just, it's really not using your mind, honestly. Like, and it's really like people say that, using, video games and everything, it rots your brain, TV rots your brain, but really you are literally not using your mind at all. You're not exercising parts of your brain that you exercise when you're reading or doing anything else. Most of the processing centers aren't being used. It's literally just your eyes, and then just like no imagination is being used, whereas if you're reading or something, you're actively picturing things. Literally, I have so many friends that I'm trying to watch, like even trying to watch a movie with them, even media. At that point, they still can't sit down and watch a movie. Also, after being on screens, it literally sucks like your energy. Like, not like energy, like, metaphysical. I'm just saying, like, if I have a hockey game or something, I'm just saying that if I'm on screens, I have no energy and I'm out of focus on the ice and I do worse. That's just it. I just want to say
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Pearl.
I know. Eve and I were just talking about this. Every night she's got her book. She's reading her books because for the same reasons that Birdie was just talking about. And, when Faye talks about my beautiful niece being lonely and everything, it's when you think about the age that all these young kids are at, finding other, kids that age that are, share the same values and moral compass, it's becoming harder and harder and harder.
Again, I don't know if you listened to last week's, but these kids really still do give me hope and all this. I know I can come off as a little like, we've lost, it's over, but you're right, Mary. The kids do give me hope. Like even listening to Birdie just now, she gets it. These kids are amazing. They are. And they've been through a lot. And that, I said the Mandela effect is the only supernatural thing I've seen, but I'm going to add to it. These kids, and it's more than just resilience. It's a wisdom that they have. It's an understanding. Like the Birdie's generation and like our kids, like for her, what she just said, like is so like child psychiatry exhibit A that no child psychiatrists are talking about. Like, hey, like it's zapping our energy. It makes me feel depressed. I'm taking a fast from it, a break from it. Thank God.